Hey guys, Angry Monkey here.
And Jackson Farrell, your favorite guest. Except for maybe the other guests.
I'll go ahead and say that, you're the one that's here. People are here for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here for us. Thanks for being here for us, everyone.
And we're here for you.
With more 999.
Yes. And so this one doesn't matter. Was Zero still on the ship with them?
It's familiar dialogue either way.
Yeah. So, blah, blah, blah. We're explaining things.
Here we are, starting off the episode with content you've seen before.
And we'll go ahead and give Clover, like, oh, yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
It's like, but then who is Zero?
A little bit of Zero theorizing here.
I know who he is!
Yes, of course you do. And I'm going to find out.
And if you guys keep watching, you will too. Not in this episode, of course, but by the time we finish this game, we'll all know who Zero is.
Yep. All the secrets laid bare for all to see on the internet.
Except for those secrets that won't be found out until the second game.
Oh, secrets remain? Even at the end of the first game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some secrets that you won't find out until the end of the second game.
Mysteries abound.
Which then causes more mysteries that you need to find out in the third game. Okay. So, with this, we are going through door 1.
Okay. Door 1. Did we never go through door 2?
No, door 2 was the confinement and the torture room. But the reason why that wasn't an option
We didn't go through it at this point in the story.
Right. Because during that playthrough... Well, that was a weird, slow-moving Lotus. But no... Slotus. But when we went through door 3, our only option was door 2. Whereas here, we had the choice to go through door 2. But door 2 would just get us the submarine.
The slowly moving Lotus of the United States.
It's Lotus. It's Lotus. Okay. So I know that there's stuff in here. Keep forgetting it. Your table squeaks.
Yeah. I need some sort of extra armrest or something. Maybe we can use the back of this chair. Does that work?
For
armrest?
Possibly. I know that there's...
My knee bumped the table.
I don't know. I don't know how to stop the squeaking.
The chair. No.
I just know there's a lot of repeated dialogue, which is probably the main reason why I'm... Okay, so Ace wants to borrow the watch. And then he's like, is there a problem?
Does it matter?
Brief pause. No. Does not matter.
Okay, well, let's do the new thing. Yeah, there is.
Ace's eyebrows went up.
You checked on us, now get out of here. We split this stuff up for a reason, alright?
Whoa, calm down, Junpei. It was a lie. There was no reason to split up the work. Junpei wanted to talk to Clover privately. Because he kind of has a crush on her, just like he does June. That was why he'd sent Ace to the wheelhouse. There was something he meant to ask Clover, and he didn't want anyone else to hear him ask it.
Do you like me? Yes, no.
He also knew that Clover would likely remain silent if there was someone else around when he asked. That was why he was so desperate to send Ace back to the wheelhouse. Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face.
At one point I had a different voice for Ace than Junpei.
It was like a slightly deeper Junpei voice or something, but it kind of sounded the same as Junpei's voice. But
oh, I see. Of course.
He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover. Hey, Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. Alright.
Phew.
Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She has pretty eyes. She heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution.
What was that about?
She was clearly suspicious, and with good reason. Junpei's eyes widened, and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence. Whoa.
Oh, no. It's not like that.
What's it like then?
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
What story?
About the experiment. Remember? The one you started to tell me in the operating room.
That we skipped over.
You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke, it was barely audible. Although that's not going to be... It's either going to be super loud or super quiet, or like...
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm not in the mood, okay? You understand, right? I keep thinking about my brother. I can't stop. I mean, you would do something like that to my brother. I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. I'm gonna chop their arms off. They're gonna pay for it. I promise.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow. That was a squeak.
That was like a deflated balloon. It was like,
Yeah. Yeah. You're not going to be driving on that tire.
So.
Her shoulders were shaken. Drops of blood had sprung upon her lips when she was biting. Whoa, I've always made that joke about she bit her lip and it started bleeding, but this time it was literal. She really did bite her lip to point of blood. She wiped it off and looked at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry.
Junpei? Who do you think did it?
Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. Okay.
Junpei, who do you think did it?
Junpei gulped.
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors. And if you subtract Snake, then that means there were at least 2 other people.
You're right. So what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who. Who and who.
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Well, technically it's possible.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
But who do you think it could be?
Junpei crossed his arms and thought. Snake's bracelet was 2. Which 2 bracelets which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3.
Bracelet numbers that sum to 1, which means we're going to have to loop around.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
Got a lot of choices here.
Let's see here. Well, Ace and Santa. Santa is 3, right? So that doesn't work. Ace and June. June is 6. Nope. Could it be? It couldn't be Ace and anyone. So Santa is 3. June is, so we get a 9 out of that, which gives us 9 plus 2 is 11. So no. Could be Santa and 7. That's possible, because that gives us 10, which is 1. Therefore, Santa and anyone else wouldn't work. Santa and 7 is a possibility. June and 7 gives us 13, which is 4. No. June and Lotus. Lotus is 8.
Yeah.
So 14 is 5. Then 7 and Lotus gives us 15. So it's got to be Santa and 7. That's our only sum of 10.
Whoa. Would it be Santa and 7? And then math. Could it be? Were Santa and 7 the killers?
Detective Junpei is on the case.
What's wrong?
Clover looked at Junpei, and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it. He told her his conclusions.
That's what I thought.
If we guess the wrong one, does she supply the right answer?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know. We'll never know. Sorry, viewers. She looked less than surprised. She looked less surprised than he'd expected.
So on your playthroughs, you've always given the right answer.
I think so. But I've actually only gone through this ending once. So we're going to start to hit some points where I've only seen once. So they're not as fresh as some of the others I've seen like 5,000 times.
Makes sense. Okay.
Santa and 7. If there was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said was that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities?
He didn't have an answer.
A 3-person crew?
He was ready to admit defeat when Clover spoke.
Are you saying that it was 3 or 4 people?
That's what I'm thinking.
I really don't think that's likely.
Why?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
You have your own pen and paper. At least you did in door 8. Clover put her hand out expectantly.
Give it!
That was a really high pitch. Junpei pulled out his pen and pad and paper and handed them to her. She opened the notebook and read Junpei's love note for June and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually she had 8, which provided a digital root of 3. Okay, so all these. And just skipping through all these.
Okay.
So they would either add up to a 12 or a 21.
The possibilities really explode when you allow for a 3rd or 4th person.
Yeah.
What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Is this new?
Of course.
She said trust in another room, I guess.
Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
No, not really. Yeah, yeah, you can trust me.
Nah, you can't trust me. I'm the last person you want to trust.
I'm the spy, in fact.
Nice resistance thing there.
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours, too. The ones with 4.
Unless you killed your brother.
So what does that leave?
A and E.
That's a channel.
Yep. Arts and entertainment.
Oh. So it's either 1, 3, and 6, or 1, 3, 7, and 8.
Yep. Ace.
So Ace,
Santa.
Santa, and June, or Ace, Santa, 7, and Lotus.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. It can't be A,
Why not?
because June's in that one. There's no way in heck she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it.
And I have several times now.
Okay then. And I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah.
Well, what have we got left?
E?
Good math.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely? If there were 4 people working together, they
You are overcome by emotion?
They don't numbers, right?
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and Seven are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them.
Whoa.
Okay.
But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. They were the killers. Why wouldn't they?
Her voice was calm, not screeching. But Junpei had only to look in her eye to know it was a forced calm. There were tears forming at the corners of her eyes. She was blinking furiously to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she might have been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten.
Okay. Yeah, well, that does make sense. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Then that means there's a good chance it was Seven and Santa.
That's how it looks, except the other way around.
Oh, Santa and Seven? Okay,
I'm making a joke.
Got it, yeah. But why would they do it?
There was a moment of silence. Let's take a moment of silence for our friend Snake.
I think I know.
What is it?
He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. He was close. So close to the answer. Dang it, Ace! When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return. Whoa. He raised a knowing eyebrow and then spoke.
Have I interrupted something? What do you want? There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
He turned on his heel and walked back toward the wheelhouse. Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace.
What did you want to talk about?
Ace looked at Junpei and smiled. Perhaps more of a smirk than a smile.
There was something I wanted to check. Yeah? What's that?
We're starting to get back to...
If you'll excuse me.
Okay, with no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's vest.
Hey! What the heck are you doing?
He reached for Ace's arm. But it was already too late. In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket.
Those are my secret papers!
Don't you have secret papers that you don't want people to read?
Just as I thought. You switched them, didn't you? When we voted. Ah, well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief. What? Why did you... Oh, simply curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
I don't know.
Well, if you'll give me a pass, I'll give you a pass.
Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left.
He's a heel turn guy.
Yeah, he is. Kind of a dramatic thing. Yep. Kind of a dramatic turn. Maybe he's doing like the Michael Jackson, like
moonwalks out of the room.
It was a small defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense. All right. Well, I guess since we got to solve this room, we'll go ahead and do that in the next episode.
Yep.
And we'll catch you there, and
with some familiar puzzle action.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Woo! Yeah.
And we'll catch you then.
Bye, guys.